Hopefully this is clear, because if it's not, this will be edited out, which will be unfortunate, but it's super soft. Am I ashy? Mm. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, which you likely are because I'm also new here,
It's only my third day out here. Damn.
welcome. I am here today to do a favorites video. Now, if you spent any time on YouTube, I'm sure you've seen favorites videos before, so they're typically not unique, but I did want to make this unique to my channel, and hopefully it's something that I can continue. Here in this corner of YouTube, we focus on supporting small brands and local businesses. Ideally, most of these will be e-commerce products or brands you can shop online, but some of them will be local to New York, so if you are in New York, please check them out. I will make sure that I link everything down below. Nothing is sponsored. These are really just products that I have used this month that I honestly use regularly, but I picked these 5 to start with, and hopefully this is something that I'll continue so you get to see more products across the board. Let's jump into it. So the first brand that I want to share with you is Care of. Now, ironically, I found this in an influencer sponsored post, but either way, it was appealing to me because I was already taking a lot of vitamins and supplements. Basically, they're a monthly subscription box, and they send you all of your vitamins and supplements in this very convenient pack. When you first go on the website, you'll fill out a quiz, and basically it'll ask you, what are your goals? Are you focused on, health, losing weight, replenishing nutrients and vitamins, and so forth. Once you complete the quiz, they'll give you a recommended list of dietary vitamins and supplements that they recommend. Of course, it's a business. They're going to try and recommend a ton to you, but you can always customize it based on what you need. Maybe you're already taking some, or you have another brand that you already like, and you can continue with that. These are the only vitamins and supplements that I take, and it's purely out of convenience. As you can see by the packaging, it's already fully customized. It comes with your name, which will add to your account online when you sign up, and then there might be a riddle, joke, or motivational quote on the front, as well as how many vitamins you have in the pack per day. Honestly, what really attracted me to this was the packaging. I live in a small studio apartment in New York, and I just can't afford to have 50 bottles of vitamins and supplements laying around. It's just, there's no room. There's barely enough room in here for me. I keep it just like this in one of my kitchen cabinets, and every morning I just pop one of these out. I'm actually running low, and I should be getting another subscription soon. You can also adjust it month to month as needed, so it's really simple. You can cancel anytime, and honestly, this helps me take my vitamins regularly, which is huge for me because I wasn't always being consistent, and there's a big difference in my skin when I am taking my vitamins and when I'm not, so it's a preference for me. Now, a lot of people I think will question, how do you know it's legit? How do you know what you're getting in the vitamins? Honestly, supplements are not FDA regulated, so regardless of who you're getting them from, it's a gamble. And I really don't know if people know that. There are a ton of over-the-counter, everyday name brands that we're familiar with, but how do you know that they're giving you what they say they're giving you too? My next favorite, or should I say favorites for the month, are my amber glass jars. These are one of my favorite sustainable upgrades. I'm sure you've seen these before. I actually have 2 glass amber jars, one of which I keep alcohol and hydrogen peroxide in, and then the other one is my soap dispenser, which I actually keep in my kitchen. If you're like me and you have a lot of exposed shelving, highly recommend. They provide a really good aesthetic, and they're easy to clean, they're easy to reuse, they're easy to refill. You can do almost anything. I also have one that I keep a shower gel in. They're super convenient, and I really just swap them out for whatever I need. Now, you can buy these bottles anywhere, but I get all of mine from La Nature in Brooklyn. If you're ever near the Park Slope area, I highly encourage you to check them out. You can also shop them online, and I'll link them down below, but they're a sustainable, eco-friendly shop. They did start as an e-commerce store, so their online selection is pretty great, and I love them. Surprise, surprise, next up is a book. I felt like I couldn't do a favorites video without doing a book. This is actually my book for February. I'm getting a head start because it's Barack Obama's memoir, A Promised Land, and she's a thick one. I just started this actually this week since I finished Michelle Obama's memoir a couple weeks ago. Yes, it took me 2 years, mind your business. I will say that I also got the audiobook for this because I absolutely love Barack Obama's voice, and it has not disappointed. I like having the physical copy, and I think it's an important copy to have. There's also some pictures in here, which obviously you don't get with the audiobook, but I like that when I'm doing things, laundry, dishes, I can listen to the book, and then I can also read if I want to stay on track for this year. So this is book 2 of 12 that I need to finish for this year, and so far so good. Also, quick plug to Cups and Books in Brooklyn, which is where I got this book from. They're a Black-owned bookshop and cafe in Brooklyn. Highly recommend you check them out. Really sweet owner, really awesome space, and good vibes all around. So love that I got this from there, and I actually plan to go back and get more books too. Next up is Cabinet. Part of their mission as a brand is to help eliminate over 500,000 pounds of plastic from our planet each year through sustainably packaged medicine. They're a small business, they're super passionate about the work that they do, and it's a really great, aesthetically pleasing product. Now, this is a brand that I've been using for a while, but I really had to give them some love this month because they recently did a mini rebrand, refresh, and totally changed the packaging for their products. I actually have a bottle of the old packaging so you can see the difference. Huge upgrade. This is probably more consistent with what you would see in the drugstore, just over-the-counter medicine, but it was really boxy and large. And honestly, before they introduced us to this, I didn't really have a problem with this. It fit well in my drawer, in my medicine cabinet, but now that I moved to this, I can't go back. Again, I live in a small studio in New York. I'm always looking at how to save space. Can it get any more space saving than this? It fits in my medicine cabinet perfectly, and I don't know if you can tell, but on the top there's these grooves which actually make it stackable. So as you start to kind of grow your medicine cabinet, pun intended, you can stack them on top of each other for easy storage. So I wanted to do a top-down view of this because I thought it would be helpful. Again, this is the pain reliever and fever reducer. This top piece is actually magnetic, so as you continue to collect bottles, you can swap these out. We'll get to the back in a second, but as you can see, this is 500 milligrams of acetaminophen. It relieves muscle aches, pains, headaches, menstrual cramps, which is what I use it for, and it's equivalent to extra strength Tylenol. And then on the back here, you have the standard information that you would find on the back of any bottle. Warnings, drug facts. You can also scan this very nifty QR code to find out more information and to make a refill. Super convenient, very compact, and I absolutely love this. Can you just look? I mean, this isn't usually where I keep it, but just so you can see how little space it takes up. Like, look, how can you? While I was willing to make the transition to Cabinet given their mission, consistency, the customer service, and the thorough knowledge that they provide on their website, I understand that not everyone would be comfortable doing that, but I think it's worth noting that their medicines are consistent with what you take over the counter. And I actually love that on all of their packaging, they include what would be the typical over the counter medicine you would gravitate to if you had this issue, i.e., muscle aches, pains, cramps. You would generally take probably an extra strength Tylenol. Now, I think the big thing to note, which I don't think a lot of people are aware of, is Tylenol and Advil are brands. They are brand names. They are not actual medications. The actual name of the medication is acetaminophen. That is the ingredient, and that is the actual drug that you are taking when you take Tylenol. Tylenol is just a brand. Very similar to how Aquafina doesn't make water. They're a brand. They've branded water. Like, water is free out here. You can do the same thing. Now, how you process the water, how you filter it, all of those things are what really separate brands, right? We know all waters aren't created equal. Cabinet is selling the actual drug, right? Their brand name is just Cabinet. Now, of course, pay attention to the milligrams so you can get the exact same strength or result as you would if you were taking a brand name Tylenol or Advil. And then what makes it super convenient is that I just buy the refill packages when I'm running low, which I honestly probably need to buy another package now. You just dump them in here, and I think they come in packets of 18 for this one in particular, but I'll have to double check. I think going to a trusted brand that I know has a really great mission behind it, and again, supporting a small business, I'm sold every time. My last favorite for this month is a body butter. I'm always trying out different butters from different brands and different products, but regardless of how far I stray, shea butter is undefeated. Raw, natural shea butter. I kid you not, I'm down to the dime on this bad boy, but I think it's called Correct. Karit. Now, I'm saying that confidently because I think that's how you pronounce it, but I honestly couldn't confirm. So I'm going to tag them below. Karit, if you see this, please feel free to share the pronunciation or correct me if I'm wrong. But I have used up almost all of this body butter and I'm a fan. It was a little bit on the pricier side. It retails for 48 bucks, but it lasted me months. I like that this was a little bit different than the butters that I typically use. It was so soft. I never used a shea butter that was this soft and whipped. And I think it was just unique to the way that they manufacture it, which I'm a fan of. I just honestly wasn't used to it, but I could get used to it. Now, this may only moisturize a half of my leg. You know, your girl's kind of thick. I will do some on the back of my hand just to show how it rubs in. Hopefully this is clear because if it's not, this will be edited out, which will be unfortunate, but it's super soft. Am I ashy? Ooh. Wow. Now I will say I do like a thick body butter, especially when it's shea, but this was a nice change. I can really get used to this, and I don't know, I might buy it again. And it's 5.5 ounces, which honestly, if you buy a lot of body butters, that's a decent size, okay? I don't know what the girls are doing these days, but the jars are getting smaller and smaller, and the quality is looking iffy. This has lasted me a long time, but I think I was just trying to savor it. For 48 bucks, like that's an investment. Can I say that it was vastly different from a lot of the other body butters I used? Yes, in a way that I've never had a body butter like this. So if you do like the idea of shea butter, but you don't necessarily like a thick butter, I highly recommend this. I've used Butter before, and I might do a review on them as well, but it's a super thick, like compressed shea butter, whereas this is not. It's whipped, it's light, and if you do like a light shea butter feeling, which honestly I think is a little bit harder to find sometimes, I recommend her. And that's it. I want to make this super short and quick. I want to do something similar at the end of every month, but hopefully just giving you guys some suggestions or ideas of other small brands that you can try out. Again, the purpose of this channel is to just really become more of a conscious consumer. Going into this year, I really just want to encourage and hopefully inspire people to be a little bit more conscious about where they spend their money. There are tons of small brands and businesses out there who are getting their start, and I personally just get a lot more enjoyment from supporting small brands and businesses and local businesses in my neighborhood. So all of my favorite videos are going to be dedicated to that. I'll try to keep it more for online brands, so regardless of wherever you are, you can find these brands online, you can shop their products and support them. I have a lot more to share, a lot more to come, but I'll try to keep these short and sweet as we keep going. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment if you found anything here helpful, if you were entertained, if you just want to show me some love. It is all well appreciated, and thanks for watching.